Not rolling with it.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. But I kind of.
In five, four, three,
Are you
two.
on a delay?
No, I
Okay.
was. No, truthfully, I was about to start singing the iCarly theme song.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not actually going to do that now. Um, no, like because you had started the recording, but then it said that you stopped the recording, and then I was giving us a new countdown for you to start the recording.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sing your song.
I don't want to sing my song anymore. I see the button that says it's recording.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
It's Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's just
Uh,
Elizabeth for now. She's gonna sing songs later, so stick around for that. Uh,
oh goodness.
we haven't done a musical episode yet, so
A musical episode of the pod. You know what I think I just
yeah.
realized? That actually I've put my audio into my headphones, but the micro
Okay, Elizabeth, you just
I've
muted
just
yourself.
I've just
Okay.
muted myself. I'm really
Oh,
struggling this evening. I would like to apologize for my inability to use technology today, apparently. So, I got this copy of I guess it's like a local magazine. It's called Edible Capital District, and they put it out seasonally. But the owner of one of my two favorite coffee shops in the area is also the editor for this local magazine. And so they stock it at the coffee shop, and I was there last Saturday. And there's some interesting stuff in here. I haven't gotten to actually read the whole thing, but they've got recipes and they talk about local businesses or people in the community. And there's this it's a recipe called a hortopita, which is I think essentially spanakopita, but you can change out what's inside of it. And it really just like matters what the ratios are. And so, very Greek, but I had never heard of that before. And maybe I'm spreading misinformation in that I it's actually not the same thing as the spanakopita. But this recipe uses like mint and fennel fronds, leeks, Swiss chard, kale. Thought that was kind of interesting. Do you want to know what's in season for spring, Daniel?
sure.
Well, apparently the only fruit that's in season for spring, at least up here, are strawberries. Vegetables, you've got more options. So, arugula, asparagus, baby beets. This is kind of a long list. Should I actually read the whole thing? Do people want to know this?
They're wondering.
But maybe I'll do some shout outs of the ones that I think are exciting. Chard, chives, cilantro, early turnips, not late turnips, but early turnips. Mint, mushrooms, parsley, pea shoots, radishes, rhubarb, rosemary, spinach, spring garlic, spring onions, sprouts, tarragon, and watercress. Forageables: chickweed, clover, Dame's rocket, dandelion, daisy, nettles, lamb's quarters. I actually don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a plant, but I don't know why it's called that. Trout lily, wild violets, wood sorrel, and then beef, chicken, goat, lamb, and pork are your in-season meats. For anyone who wants to be cooking with the season.
Okay, thank you.
There you
Is
go.
that are you a cooking season person?
I feel like I've tried to do that a couple times, but I am not often so focused on in-season cooking, if that makes sense.
It requires a
In
lot
in
of
some
discipline.
Yeah, like in some sense, because at the grocery store they still have everything, so you have to think about
It's
what do
amazing, the
they
modern
have
world
here?
that we live in. You can
Yeah.
still get everything.
I'm like I can still get everything, so I could just have it.
Mhm.
Actually, a place that there's a chocolate cake recipe in here that's uh, credited to be inspired by the scene from the book Matilda, and I guess there's the movie too, um, where that one kid has to eat the whole chocolate cake because the Trunchbull catches him eating a slice. That might be a fun thing to make. My neighbor actually made carrot cake the other day, and I had a piece. It was literally the best carrot cake I've ever had. It was so good.
Wow. What was so good about it?
Well, I'm not the biggest cake person.
Mhm.
I think a lot of times you get cake, it's kind of dry. It's like the icing's good, but like it's just sugar. It's not that like exciting. But carrot cake, I think, is exciting both from its flavor profile because you don't really think about carrots. When you think, at least I, I don't want to put this on everybody else, but when I think of a carrot, don't necessarily think of it in a sweet sense, but it is a sweet vegetable. It has a lot of sugar in it. So it's a really good ingredient in cake. Also has a lot of water in it. You have to squeeze out a lot of water in order to not like end up with a gloopy cake. But with that, carrot cakes come out always super like moist and the texture is really good. And then you have the nuts in there, which makes it more interesting. And cream cheese frosting is the best kind of frosting. And I think there was also like a caramel drizzle on it. It was amazing. But I feel like when you're younger and you think about cake, you're like, ugh, I don't want carrot cake. How same way you'd be like, I don't want an oatmeal raisin cookie. I don't want raisin. Why would I have raisin when I could have chocolate? Why would I have carrot cake when I could have chocolate cake? And yet, it's delicious.
But you need a wet cake is what you're getting
No, ugh, that's so weird.
at. What you said?
Why why are you gonna say it like that?
Why? If it's correct.
Stop. That's pudding.
That's pudding.
What cake is pudding?
That's what you said?
Is that pudding? I don't know. I'm all confused now. I've been watching too much Great British Baking Show.
Oh God.
Anyway, also from this magazine, they did like they do a 24 hours in a local city. And they did one for the city of Troy nearby. And apparently there's like a really cool kind of home-style Korean restaurant. And I definitely want to go try that now. I'd never heard of it before. But I looked up the
Near where
menu
you
and
live? Near where you live?
I think it's like 30 minutes. I've driven further for good food.
I was gonna say, I think you'd have to drive pretty far to get something, uh, different, I'll say.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Italian, but I would say that the food culture is pretty diverse up here.
Hmm.
But they have a purple rice kimbap that looks so good that I would love to try. Anyway,
Anyway, well, is that it?
I told you
Yeah.
I'm not interesting today.
So I'm on the on your food adventure.
Maybe I'm never interesting and I just am usually more of a yapper, but I'm so sleepy.
What's so sleepy? But you're always busy. You can't blame that on your schedule. You
That's
know,
true.
You can't. It seems
I
like you're
have
using that as
been
an
more
excuse.
busy than usual this month,
Hmm.
but that's fair. I can't blame it on my schedule. I like to stay
Yeah,
busy.
yeah, you're always doing stuff, so I don't buy this. Well, I had a thing on Monday. Okay.
Well, I had a thing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I had three things. It was the same thing three times, but
Okay.
it's
So
still three
do we count
separate
that as
things.
one thing? We're counting it as three separate things?
Well, one was a regular rehearsal, one was a dress rehearsal, and one was the show. So
It
I
was
feel
all
like
for
it
the same
counts.
thing.
It's for the same thing though.
Okay. Well, but if you bundle it, you gotta take a discount.
I bundle it as one thing for the discount.
Yeah. Is that every week then? Or just
No, it was just this week.
mhm.
We had some other rehearsals leading up to the show. And
Have
we were
you
supposed to have one last week when I was out of town. And so I was going to miss it, but then it got canceled, so then I didn't miss it, which is why we actually had the Monday rehearsal. That was the rescheduled missed rehearsal from last week. And honestly, if we had not had that rehearsal, I think the wheels may have been falling off a little bit more at dress rehearsal because dress rehearsal was really smooth. But I don't.
have you received any role promotion yet? I know
Nope.
you started on the pretty low on the ladder there.
Yeah, it's like there was one person who did a role swap this time because the person who plays Eddie um wasn't able to do it this time, so Marissa stepped in to play Eddie. But like for the most part, no. Like somebody would have to step away from the cast basically to open up a role. And I don't think anybody's going anywhere anytime soon.
Have we said what we're talking about? I don't think we've actually said what we're talking
I don't know that we did. We're talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show's shadow cast that I'm in.
about. Yeah. A
um,
star in, if you will.
I'm yeah, Transylvanian number 5 or
That's
whatever
pretty
my
good.
role is. And I also play a tree.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so I guess in order of appearance, I'm in the wedding scene as a wedding guest. Then I go off stage and I come back as a tree. Then I go off stage and I come back for the time warp as a Transylvanian. And then we're on stage for a little while, and then we go off stage. And then we come back on stage, and it's like the creation of Rocky scene. Sort of Damocles, Hot Patootie. Oh, uh, the I'll Make You a Man song. Let's see. Where's the album? See, I'm not gonna. I can't sing. Just stop playing.
hey, careful. We had, copyright reasons. We
Yeah,
can't.
I know. That's why I turned it off.
Again, you can
Yeah,
sing, if you'd
yeah.
like,
I
but
can make you a
I won't.
man, Hot Patootie, and then I can make you a man reprise on stage for all that. Then I go away. And then, for like touch me, all of the like shadow scenes, whatnot, I'm just like backstage. And then we are stage crews. So, like we set up the dinner scene, we strike the dinner scene, and then during what's it called? I'm going home. Or Don't Dream It Be It. I think it's Don't Dream It Be It. Is when they have the pool. And so then I come out in an inflatable shark costume for like a little bit. And then after everybody's getting shot, when he like crashes into the pool, we walk across the back of the stage with scorecards like it was a dive meet. And then at the very end, spin the globe, Transylvanian again. And then that's it. Show's over.
Okay.
So
Okay,
there's
so
the
this was just this
abridged.
week, though?
Yeah, so they only do it, it's not like the theater in Atlanta that does it every Friday. They only do well, I say only, having now done an April show, but they do a show every October. And then they've occasionally done smaller shows at different points in the year, but they have to get, approval from the theater in order to do it because at this one, they provide prop kits to the audience. So the audience has birdseed, uh, paper, like rice, toast, toilet paper, all kinds of stuff that gets thrown and completely trashes the theater and they have to clean it all up. So it's not a weekly thing because the theater that we perform it in is like pretty nice and that's just not in the budget. I just don't, it's too big of a venue to do it every week and actually sell it out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So in October, I think we sold like 2,000 tickets, something like that. Like we sold out the theater. So however many seats they had available, we sold it out. But I think this show we were closer to 800 off
So,
season.
does anyone line up and, ask for your autograph after, or
Not me. I'm like a plebeian. But the main
maybe,
cast
maybe?
goes out after and takes photos with people. And then I had some friends from up here come and see the show. Like 5 people came to see me. So I went and talked to them and took pictures with them.
Okay.
But like random people do not,
They don't recognize you afterward?
they're not like, oh my gosh, can I get a picture? No.
Transylvania number
Actually,
5.
wait, this actually happened last night. So I said bye to all my friends and I went to walk back into the theater so I could go backstage, get my stuff, and help put everything back in the truck. And one of the theater security guards was like, can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I'm in the show. I gotta go strike the set. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like,
Well,
I
that's
was
how it
like,
starts.
yeah,
That's how it starts. Then you'll be recognized later.
I'm literally in the band. I'm with the band, I swear. Please let me backstage. That was how that moment felt. I mean, she was super non-confrontational about it. She was like, "Oh, sorry," because everybody who goes is dressed up.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it probably could be. Maybe you need. I don't know. Maybe you need to. Yeah, then you need to
I
become
was like, "Are you
friendlier
not
with the.
recognizing me from being on the stage?" And I can't even be like, "Oh, I have makeup on," because somebody in the front row did their whole face makeup for the floor show scene. Like, it looked amazing. There was a person dressed as Beetlejuice. That was also really exciting. I liked that one.
Well, if you still looked like a tree, maybe.
No, I wasn't still in the tree costume.
Okay, but I'm just saying that could have helped.
Maybe, honestly, you're not wrong.
I
Because
mean,
who
who's
would be
showing
dressed as
up?
a tree?
Yeah, who shows up as a tree? Someone probably has done that, but I don't.
That's like too niche.
I yeah.
Perhaps a little too
Like you
niche.
guys.
I'm the tree that Janet runs into right before they sing There's a Light.
Oh yes, yes.
Ah, yeah, totally. By that logic, you
Okay.
could dress up as any sign that's in the movie.
Yeah,
Dead end.
I'm the
Beware
door
all who
that
enter.
they.
I'm the door that Riff Raff opens and goes, You're wet. It's raining.
Yeah, I
I'm Brad
mean, okay.
Majors. This is my fiance, Janet Weiss. Can we use your phone? I
Okay,
like
good.
don't
Please,
even watch I don't even watch the movie anymore because I just watched it at rehearsal.
so do you have every lines memorized then in the movie?
No. No, definitely not.
No, not yet.
No.
Maybe
I
that's
feel
why you
like
haven't gotten a promotion and role. You know,
maybe.
maybe
I
that's why you're
mean,
stuck
these
as a tree.
people. a lot of these people have been doing these roles for like 5 or so years. I'm like, I'm not kicking them out anytime soon. Honestly, I feel like the role that I want is the person who goes on at the beginning when the lips are on the screen. I want that role.
Really, why?
I just think it's fun. The girl who does it for our group like goes out and does like a whole little dance routine in like a little kind of like bellhop vintage like snack girl outfit, like a little
Hmm.
hat. I want to do that.
That's what you want to do?
Yep. I think I could rock the little hat. That's what I'm saying.
Well, but I think you're doing this all wrong. You need to look at the people who have been around a while that are moving on. They're old, they're retired. Is that, that's who you need to target.
Well, so interestingly, I actually learned this yesterday. So that girl who does lips and she also like does, Time Warp as a Transylvanian and everything, also plays Dr. Scott. She used to be Janet. So, and then
Okay.
the person who plays Columbia also used to be Janet. So there's definitely like a whole lot of there's like some role shifting when people want to switch, but
It looks like there's a gateway role.
yeah, it seems like Janet's the gateway role. But the person who's playing
Yeah.
Janet right now is like so good at it and has been Janet for like a long time. So I don't know.
Well, if it's a long time, maybe she's looking to move on. Maybe she's looking to
Maybe.
train someone.
Maybe, but
Have you considered
I mean,
training
to
under
be
her?
fair, it doesn't necessarily matter, but like I am a lot taller. Maybe not like a lot, but I am taller than our Brad. I'm a lot taller than our Janet, and I'm also taller than the person that plays Brad.
Yeah, but like, you can wear stilted shoes or
Make Brad wear high platforms the whole time.
yeah, wear platforms. Or does it really matter? I mean,
No, I don't think it matters. Well, I would probably say Columbia, like after Lips, like if I were doing like a real character, that's who I would want to play. Who would you play?
okay. I I
If you
probably
had to
would
pick
not
someone?
play. I would not.
No, no, if you had to. If you had to.
I don't know.
I think you'd be Rocky.
Really.
Yeah. I think you could do Rocky. Why not?
I just don't think I could do any of them, I guess. You know? It's,
That's fair. You don't have to be on the stage.
yeah. I would be the
You can be
security.
the tree.
Oh, I could do it. I could be a tree.
Nobody can see my face in
Yeah.
the tree costume.
It's not about that. I just think I'm not talented. It's um
Do you think I have to have talent to play the tree?
it sounds like you're very talented. You had fans coming up to you.
Thank you. I
You had a
appreciate.
security guard that almost recognized you.
Almost. I was so close. I mean, she got it together quick. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah." So I then
Oh
she
yeah,
really
the
did recognize.
tree. That's right.
I was like, "I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Are my like party horns not recognizable? I have two party hats on my head right now." Like, anyway,
Anyway, um,
running out of
okay.
things to say
Would
about
you like to
Rocky
would you
Horror.
like to sing a song now? Is that
No, I do not want to sing a song now.
did you have
Oh,
to
actually,
we
I
might have
think
talked about this.
I may have had something else to say, but now I don't remember what it was.
Okay, well I'll stall. Because I'm not sure if we talked about this, but there an audition process
The
for it
aud
that we might have.
the audition was essentially like practicing for and doing my first show. And then afterwards, the guy who was leading it sent me like a private message and was like, "Hey, great job at the show. We basically treat your first show like your audition. You did great. You're in."
Oh, okay. So, but what if you're like so terrible they keep you on? Like if you're terrible on the first day of rehearsal,
I don't know.
you know?
I think that if you're unresponsive, difficult to work with and whatnot, like, yeah, I think that they will perhaps ask you to not to be part of it anymore. But I mean, there are some people who probably have expressed interest and were kind of nervous. Like the guy who plays Riff Raff, he said he was super nervous for all like the first three times he did the show, two or three at least. And now he's Riff Raff and he's killing it. So, you know. It is funny because you ask, like, oh, is there, an opportunity to advance or whatever and move up in the cast? And I'm like, no, probably not. But the last two shows, which are the only two shows I've been in, somebody has stepped into a new role.
That's what I'm saying. There's gotta be because people are, people get busy. They're doing other things. This is not anyone's full-time job. So,
No. Yeah, everybody just does it for fun.
so, people get busy and do other things. They move, whatever. So there's got to
Yeah.
be opportunity for you.
Could be cool. Could be cool. Then I'd have to learn one of those characters' lines so I could move my mouth at the right time
You don't
to
think
mime it.
you can do that though? That sounds like that's something you're afraid to do. Learn the lines.
No, I feel like I could learn the lines. It's just like a lot of, well, I think, you have to stay true enough to the movie of miming the character's actions, but you also like have to do like I don't know.
You also have to
Like,
add
well,
your own touch to it, right? I mean,
right. Yeah, that's what our riffraff was saying the other night. He was like, I could never play it exactly as it is. Like I have to put my own piece in it, otherwise it's just not going to click.
and also it makes it more interesting for the audience when there's like otherwise what's the point, you know?
Right. And it can't
If you're
it can't be
just
exact. Like we don't have the full set. We're just there.
Mhm. It's, the show outside of the show. I'm surprised more things don't do this.
Another place that
There's not
does
a
it
more
more often.
modern there's not a more modern version of Rocky Horror.
No, it's on Broadway right now.
No, I mean not Rocky Horror itself, but a different movie
Oh, a
or
different
something.
cult classic that was bad.
Yeah.
You know what? Sharknado.
Perhaps that would be, and maybe it'll take some time to get to that point, right? Because I don't
Live
know how.
sharks. You too can fight off sharks in the water. Watch it in a shark-infested water movie theater.
Maybe that seems pretty tough to do
4D
on a
theater.
stage. Yeah, like you really.
No, I mean like live through the Sharknado. Actually, you know what? If
Okay,
somebody built a Sharknado experience, I would go. I'm not gonna lie, I would go.
that's good. They're going to charge $100 a ticket.
I would still go.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if someone's gonna go through all the, especially if they put in all the super weird lore that like comes in the later movies with like the
hmm
teleporting Sharknadoes, you know what I'm talking about?
hmm
You do not know what I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about. Because okay, I've seen the first one, and then I've seen clips of the next ones, and that
There are
sounds
like
familiar.
six.
Yeah,
I think the fourth
I
one
do
is
know
when they
there are
start
some.
getting into all like the mysticism of it.
I know it goes down a crazy path because yeah, and obviously you have to because what do you do after the first one?
True.
You know, like it's no longer a normal thing. I don't know. I don't know if it was supposed to be originally or what the intent was, but
I did
yeah,
go
that could
to
be.
the Sharknado special 10-year anniversary re-screening in theaters. Or I guess not even re-screening, it was never in theaters. It was straight to TV.
Mhm. So, but you don't. It never went to. Uh,
No, it was made for sci-fi TV. Made
yeah, I
for
know
TV
that. I know
sci-fi.
it's made by Sci-Fi, which doesn't exist anymore. Um, no, I think they did put it in theaters for like a special event.
No, it was given, oh, here it is, a one night only special midnight theatrical screening.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Because
Yeah.
cult classics are screened at midnight, like Rocky Horror.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the first one was not supposed to be like completely comedic.
No,
I
but
don't
it
know. Like for
basically people caught wind of it and they were like, oh, it's a comedy.
yeah. It's like The Room or
Yeah.
any other movie. I don't know. We'll see if that's what that becomes. Like I said, I mean, creating a Sharknado, um, that's gonna be a little expensive.
Sharknado 2, the second one. Sharknado 3, oh hell no. Sharknado, The Fourth Awakens. Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. And the last Sharknado, It's About Time. Apparently, it also got three spin-offs: Lava Lantula, Sharknado Heart of Sharkness, and Two Lava, Two Lantula.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we have to find out what Lava Lantula is.
There's a video game. You didn't play the video game?
Oh my gosh, it's a tarantula that barfs lava.
Oh
Lava
God, this
breathing
poster.
tarantulas. That's so bad.
This poster is something, all right.
It is tied into the Sharknado universe by an appearance of the main character from Sharknado.
Still incredible. Finn Shepherd. What an incredible name.
It was a good name.
Uh, yeah, I wonder if they'll make more. I mean, they haven't made one in a while.
No, I think they're done.
Like I know that, like I said, the Sci-Fi Channel doesn't exist anymore, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it exists, right? Did it get? No, it does exist.
Yeah,
Uh,
isn't the like yeah, it's like time the sixth movie is time travel.
yeah, but that makes sense, obviously.
They literally get aid. Yeah. They meet Merlin. Excalibur's in the movie.
Obviously.
They time jump to the American Revolutionary War where they destroy a Sharknado with aid from George Washington and Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, how else would you write it?
Mm-hmm. Old West. Their arrival allows Billy the Kid to escape. 1950s beach party. Then they try to go to 2013, but they end up in 213.
Of course.
At some point, Al Roker makes an appearance. Okay, let's go back to Sharknado 5. Global Swarming, I remember, because that's the one where, like, the girl who was the waitress and his thingy is now part of, like, a secret agent network of anti-Sharknado people. Yeah, this is the one where they investigate the hidden temples. So this is the one where there's like the shrine to the ancient shark god. They get the artifact, which then releases a new Sharknado with a dimensional vortex. So then the Sharknadoes are like can travel, but then they figure out that they can like also travel. So then they get strategic with their Sharknadoes through the vortexes. It's like a whole thing.
You just said a bunch of words that you could have just made it all up, and I would not know.
I mean, this is the fifth one. They were running out of ideas.
But you didn't say a real sentence. You just put a bunch of different words together.
No, no. I was literally reading the plot.
I know you were, but I couldn't tell, is what I'm saying.
No, that's
You could
fair.
have not, you could have said something else, is what I'm saying, and I wouldn't have known.
Hmm. Let's see. Astro X. Something about Lava NATO. Hail NATO. Is this one supposed to be like commentary on capitalism? I don't even remember what happens in all of these. I remember the fifth one really well, for whatever reason. And the first one. Let's see. So the second one, they're in New York promoting their like how to survive a Sharknado book.
Sure, sure.
And then they're on the plane and a Sharknado shows up. So it seems like I think this whole one takes place in New York. And then Sharknado 3. In Washington, D.C., he's getting an award at the White House for his heroic actions from the two previous Sharknadoes when a tropical depression approaches and then a Sharknado forms in Washington. Yeah, in D.C. Finn and the president work together to defeat the sharks. Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize you were such a big Sharknado fan.
Yeah, I don't really know why I got attached to it, but yes, this is like one of my like weird quirky things that I decided to latch on to.
Emphasis on the one of, because you could,
There are many.
yeah, you
Hopefully
could
I
make
can
case
interesting.
this whole episode is just your weird, quirky things that you've attached onto.
That's true. I was like, here's me being a townie with my local magazine about food, and then Rocky Horror and Sharknado.
Yeah. What else you got?
Well, so remember when I was telling you about the soup stroll? This weekend is the tater
Yes.
trot.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Of course, it's the tater trot.
I'm actually quite excited. There were a couple of the restaurants that were advertising that their tater is going to be a dish containing purple potato, and I'm pretty excited about that. All right, where do I pull up the list?
Are you are talking about the tater trot?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Now, I assume that the definition is pretty wide here in terms of tater.
I mean, it has to be a potato dish.
But you could do anything with that. I mean, but like, what do you count as a potato dish, you know?
Okay, well, like let's go through. Let's see. I think the Sunni food truck I think was interesting. So they're doing, I'm clicking on
Okay.
it. It's not going. That just sent me to their webpage. I want to know. I want to know what potato they're doing. Okay, here we go. So the Sunni Schenectady food truck is doing triple potato gâteau with purple potato, sweet potato, batata with toasted coconut. Then, interestingly, Terra Kitchen, which is the Moroccan restaurant, they're doing batata vada. Vice and Virtue is doing a purple sweet potato pancake with crispy pork belly, chimichurri, and chili garlic crisp. Wolf's Beer Garden is doing deep fried potato with buffalo chicken schnitzel. The Armory Studios venue is doing Yukon mashed potato with smoked brisket, chimichurri, and Gouda. I don't know this place. Sabor? Where is that? 12? Clinton Street. Is this a new restaurant? Or, oh, maybe they're a food truck. Anyway, baked potato with white sauce chicken and bacon. Fuck Queen is doing yellow curry potatoes. Manhattan Exchange is doing a loaded potato. Lily Peas is doing Yukon Gold Bombs with zesty spring aioli and pepperoni crisps. Katie O'Burns is doing corned beef hash. Grano is doing Italian style home fries. Center Street Pub is doing Saber's Watch Party skins. Uh, Canvas Corks and Forks is doing the Devil's Tango Tot. The candy store is doing chocolate drizzled potato chip and Rice Krispie treats. Backstage Pub, garlic parm, Cool Ranch Doritos potato. And then Annabelle's is doing smoke French dip croquettes. So, like, there's pretty good variety.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
would say I'm particularly interested in the dishes that have the purple potato in it. Probably the buffalo chicken schnitzel, corned beef hash. Gotta try that one. Lily peas. They won one of the awards for the wing walk, so I'll probably want to try their potato as well.
Ah, of course, the wing walk.
Actually, yeah, no, they wanted the wing walk and they wanted the soup stroll. I think they won the
What's the next?
overall.
What is this? Is it just three, or is there another one?
It's just three.
Okay.
This is it. Just
There's
three.
got to be room
Okay.
for another one.
Well, what other food? So, tater trot, wing walk, soup stroll. What
You
else we
could do a
got?
dessert dance. You could do a dessert dance.
That would open up a lot of options.
It would, and maybe that's too broad. Maybe you have to do something else,
Dessert disco.
I don't think that's the too broad of the part.
Gotta specify what kind of day. No, I'm kidding.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything right now. The cake crawl. You could do the cake crawl or the cookies crawl.
That could work. Cookie
Yeah,
crawl.
why don't you pitch that to the committee?
I'll send an email to the downtown Schenectady events planning people and see what they think.
Anyway,
I
I think
was,
we can wrap up here.
yeah,
Do you have anything else?
there we go. I was just gonna say I'm excited that it's happening this year because it got canceled last year.
Oh,
Yep. So there you go. Still a weird little guy. Just shared with the inner workings of my brain.